out the bottom, so maybe the bottom wouldn't rot in the plastic whenever I wrapped them. So we're going to be running. Today we're in, this is actually Dad's Kubota tractor. This is a 70-40, 70-40 or 70-60. It's one that's on this farm right now, the loader on it. And then we'll be running the tube line inline wrapper. This is an older tube line. We bought, I don't know, 2016, 2017. We bought it used, but it serves the purpose well for us with what we do. So I'll get out and set y'all up on tripod. We'll talk a little bit about what's going on, and then you'll see me get the process started, and then we'll set up and you can watch us load hay and wrap bales.
Huh? It's running.
Alright, in this clip here you'll see that I've loaded a bale on the machine but it didn't start. And the reason was I had been wrapping in manual mode. You'll see me jump out of the tractor right here in just a second, and I've flipped the switch to turn it back on auto. And now the wrapper is going to start wrapping on its own every time. Okay, so I've got Dad, he's in the cab of the tractor now. He's gonna run out and grab us a bale to set in here, and I'm gonna kind of talk through the process of what's going on while he's out doing that. So as the tractor approaches the wrapper, it would actually hit this right here is the trigger that the bale sets down and contacts. Once it contacts that, this has an automated mode, and it will automatically start the process of the wheel spinning around the bale of hay with a wrap on it. And once it spins, it will come to a predestinated area, which on this one here, this is our stop. And so these are just limit switches, just like you would see on any assembly line or in any manufacturing facility. Where they've got a robot or something that they want to move from point A to point B and back again. That's what you've got. And so this one here idles the engine down. I think this one here actually starts the wrapping process, and the one back here at the back stops the wrapping process. So these are powered by a little Honda motor with a hydraulic pump on it. Ours needs a carburetor on it. I did some carburetor work to it, and it's still not happy, which I'm not a carburetor man. So here comes Dad across the field with a bale of hay, and he's gonna pull up in front of the machine. And from the cab of the tractor, the machine has a remote control. So I can start or stop the wrap I can also drive the machine left or right. Now some of the fancier machines, the newer machines, the remote has more options on them than what this one does. But this one here does just controls that. So you see, Dad's gonna come up through here with his bale. We've got some people watching. A couple of the cows are up checking out. They really want something to eat. So you can see he's gonna approach the bale. I know that sun's right in your eyes. Comes on up. He's gonna set the bale down on the trigger. Now because these bales have been baled a couple of days, they're not as tight, so they don't set all the way down on the trigger. So I'm gonna reach in here and actually kick the machine on. So you see we got to the second limit switch there. The hoop's spinning. What I did right there is I actually just went ahead and pulled the wheels off the ground all the way. So this is now set on the belly pan of the machine. So now, from now on, the friction of this belly pan slide right here, sliding on the ground, is going to give this machine enough pressure. It's going to push on these bales harder to make them tighten up. Because whenever you're wrapping like this, if we were trying to install this hay, we would want it to be as tight as possible between each row to get out as much air as we can. You can see we backed the service truck up against the stack at the end. When I first started, I was running around with a tractor and doing that, but as the stack gets longer, it takes more and more time to get around. So we've got up this far. We've got about 5 bales left after the one Dad's coming in here with now. And then we'll be done. We've chose this spot in the field because it's close to a dividing fence in the paddocks, and we actually run electric fence on that fence. So we're gonna put a poly wire down the side of this wrap hay to keep the cows out of it. You can see that machine sliding on the ground. As it hits that bottom limit switch, it goes back to where it's at its home position up here. Then it's going to idle back down. And then you just keep doing that. And the good thing about this is, with the inline wrapper like this, it actually, I think they said it uses about 1/6 of the amount of plastic as an individual wrapper uses. But you can put an infinite number of bales in these tubes like this. As long as you got space to run them, you can put them in. We didn't put caps on the end of this hay, we just wrapped it. So the birds and stuff will probably be pecking on it. But like I said, we dried this hay down as much as we could last week, and we're just wrapping it just to get it outside. Because last year we baled some ryegrass, and there was a couple of times it was close when we were pulling it out of the barn on the fact it should have been maybe on fire. So this gives us more barn space too. Alright, so that's the last bale in the machine, so we've got to clear the machine out. So in order to do that, this right here is the arm, the push arm, and this will push off so far, and then we'll have to put a crossbar across the back, and that'll finish pushing off. So let me flip this arm down and set it up, and then I'll manually do the machine. Okay, so now that we got that done, you can see how that kind of goes together. We'll actually take it and manually run the machine, which we could automatically do it too. We'll just do it that way. Okay, so we got the wrap cut. The last bale is kind of ejected or fixing to come off the wrapper. It's wrapped. What I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna flip the machine over on manual, and I'm gonna back this bar up to accelerate the engine, and then I'm gonna raise the drive wheels up, and actually not raise it up all the way, but raise it up enough that it'll drive itself and try to drive the machine out from underneath the hay. What it does now. Alright, so we got our wheels all wrapped. Here's the back of the machine. That's the rudder bed, the hoop, and everything. So now we'll disengage these drive wheels. We'll drive it out in the field, make it easy to hook up to, and then we'll hook it back to the truck, take it back to the other farm. That's a wrap. On to the next job.